with you. Said I'm living for the love of you. I gotta work on my falsetto. Connor Anderson said country bumpkin. What are you, a bitchy city? See, there you go parasailing. Drifting on a memory. Somebody said from crip to farmer. Half a quarter of a farmer. I'm not a farmer. I'm not even a homesteader. I just try to do my thing. Jimmy Lars said, why did they go with the name Crip? I mean, you're going to get a lot of different answers about that, but basically, according to Tookie, it was Crib. Or Raymond Washington, it was Crib for the baby avenues that were on the east side. And um and Ray Washington, he couldn't join the avenue, so he made the baby avenues, then went to the west side, got Tookie Williams on board with defending themselves against local gangs, started a coalition. And on the east side, they were still calling themselves the Cribs. And on the west side, you know, it was something different, but a lot of reports came out and everybody got drunk. It was like Crips, and from there, it was just like Crips. Once that shit go mainstream with a certain name, it ain't no going back. It don't matter what your name really is. Like, people like to put a whole bunch on it and be like, oh, community revolution in progress, and it ain't had nothing to do with that. It was just about defending yourself from the local gangs and shit. Which, oddly enough, Tookie Williams was against gangs, and he received a lot of invitations to join various gangs, you know, because he could fight. Drifting on a memory. But people like to make it more special than what it is. It wasn't even nothing all like that. This shit wasn't, you know, people like Wonderment. It was just simple. Like, niggas was getting drunk and just, oh, Crips, you know, and people overheard that. It was like, the Crips are beating up, you know, just mispronounced it, and then that just became the name. It literally had nothing to do with community, revolution, or anything being in progress. But like I said, you're going to get a lot of different answers on that. Drifting on a memory. Somebody said because they were crippled. No, not at all. There you go. Baby Cribs. Jimmy Lord, you want all the good shit. No, he has all the good shit. Jimmy Lord, did you get jumped in? Nigga, what, nigga? You've been watching too many movies. They do that shit in New York too, though. But it's like once you know, nah, I like that. But certain people don't take for account, like people being from certain neighborhoods where that doesn't happen because that's the neighborhood and you're expected to ride with your neighborhood. Some do, some don't. But I mean, the purpose for that, I mean, I did it to other people, and the purpose for that was to see how people respond under pressure. You know, like I talked about this, like you get a good, you can better gauge somebody by how they react when they're under pressure. You know, you could be the best fighter in the world, but that has no bearing on your mental capacity. It's about how you wear your losses. Like no one's a superstar. You can't be a superstar. So those are just the qualities I was looking for. Do you continue to fight after you've been knocked down? Do you stay down? Do you get back up? Do you fight with a smile on your face? So when I was beating people on, that's what I was looking for. I mean, it didn't matter whether you could fight or not. It's how you move. It's your mentality. I mean, I know that's coming from a dark place, and I know that wasn't the right thing to do, looking back on my life. But I can honestly say I learned a lot from it. You know, those were like little lessons that I still use till this day. And that's partially the reason why, you know, I'm at odds with conservatives. And that's why I'm still like this in the political sphere. I'm like this in everyday life. Like, I don't care how big and bad you are by yourself. Oh, you done knocked out like 2 people. It's all about how you move. Like, we used to have people coming in like 5'5", 160 pounds, wet and wearing boots. They show more heart and courage than people 6'2", and that could really rumble. Like, did you have the courage to go with that? What was your attitude like? Some people stayed salty. They got their ass whooped and was salty about it. And they let that situation. Some people was like, nah, nigga, I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna work harder. Like, that shit don't get me down. They get up after taking the ass whooping with a smile on their face. Yeah, someone said fighting is an intimate thing. It really is. Some people are just savages, though. Like, I see people like that New York shit, like niggas getting jumped, like that shit, that's never what it was really about. You know, you didn't just beat the fuck out of somebody, but if you did and they didn't get back up, once you had like 6 people on you and you got knocked down and you didn't get up, you just balled up. You just got a free ass whooping because you definitely wasn't going to join my organization. You didn't even try. I don't care if you win or lose. The point is, do you try? And that's the type of things I look at right now. This is why I can call people out. Like, you when the pressure is on, you crack, you fold. Like, that gave me an insight into people's spirit, to be honest. Like, I know with how certain people move, like, you may think they big and bad. You may think they go hard. But when the situation becomes something that they feel like they can't handle, how do they operate? Do they shut down? Most of them do. That's why I said pressure bursts pipes, or it creates diamonds. And that for me, that example for me in the studying people came at a dark cost. where I made a lot of mistakes in my life and I've done a lot of things that I regret. But in doing so, I learned invaluable, I can't place a value on certain lessons that I learned in life. Like that shit, no, there's no money, there's no amount of money that would be worth. You can't pay to learn shit like that. That shit has to come through sincerity. Realizing what you did was wrong, but also how you weigh your losses, not losing, but learning. And then even if you did the wrong thing, are you able to extract a valuable lesson from that so that you go in a different direction? A lot of people can't do that. A lot of people stay stuck. A lot of people don't grow. And this is why till this day I still have homies that gangbang. They don't grow. It's sad, happy, glorious, depressing, and I'm grateful for all that shit. Show the peeps your new kicks. Ha ha ha. Nah, that little clip turned into a little testimony about people work boots. Like people was hipping me to some shit like Red Wings and all that shit. Like people, y'all spend some shit of money on work boots though. Y'all fancy pants for real. Yeah, one guy, he came in, there's no amount of money you can place on your work boots. It's like y'all niggas act like niggas with Jordans with the work boots. Damn, nigga, I'm just trying to stay alive with an anti-slip bottom, tread, grip, steel toe. These niggas, y'all do the fuck out one. Is earning your stripes a real thing? And do you have to kill somebody to do it? Nah, you don't have to kill nobody to do it. You've been watching too much TV. But yeah, earning your stripes is a real thing. You learn the pecking order. You learn your hierarchy. It's not said. It's set by example. A lot of people think, oh, he BG, he YG, he OG. Nah, it's set by example. This is why I am the way I am. Like, you got to set an example. You can't just come in and say, oh, I'm such and such and such. You do this, you do this. Nah, you got to show and prove. And it's by how you move, how immature you are. You know, taking care of your feet is what keeps you making money. Yeah, you're right. Apparently my footwear is too fancy for a lot of people though. They was like, yo, your shit not talking for real. Nigga, your boots not cut open for real and talking when you walk. And stop walking on me. One guy, he said his shit cut the fuck open. His toe is out on the job site. I was like, nigga, you may want to get some more work boots. High Impact Flicks, what's up with you, man? I ain't talking shit about you today, High Impact Flicks. And them fucking flashlights and them supplements. Bleep, 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 bleep. Shout out to you, High Impact Flicks. Somebody said set an example as they do. Yeah, that's where I get that from. Like you have to set an example. Like you have to give people, if you have words, you have to set an example behind your words. Real estate investor said, you guys are both great. Oh, me and High Impact Flicks. Yeah, when he's not pumping out the fucking flashlights. High Impact Flicks. Greatest ever said High Impact Flicks with the little. Damn, I don't even get that shit. Wait a minute. Hold on. High Impact Flicks, get out. Get out the fucking chat. You still in my pee. I don't even get kissy faces and shit. How the fuck this nigga High Impact Flicks graced the live chat and everybody just... No, fuck that. Where's my kissy faces? No. Go get High Impact Flicks kissy faces. You see that shit, Clockwork Industry? As many as you want, BJ. Okay, there you go. That's what you do. That's respect. How you just he a guest here, nigga? I'm here. Still, how you kiss him without acknowledging me on my shit? I hate South Fella have South. I'm just joking. Y'all don't give a fuck who y'all get these virtual kisses to. BG, release your outro song, please. That's my song. You don't have to ask no more about my outro song. That song was made specifically for me to use on the videos I make. It was made for me by my brother. He produced it. Like you won't find that anywhere. You won't find nobody rapping on it or nothing. That's literally my shit. It's mine. Freedom Inc. said he's against face masks while wearing... Freedom Inc. I don't even think he'd sell face masks no more. I think after that jump with Anomaly, I think he, you know, I think he took that off his site. Yeah, I don't even think he sell face masks no more. But you was selling them shits though. That shit was weird, High Impact Flick. Y'all cut that shit. Somebody said truth or battle. No, y'all cut that shit out. I'm trying to tell jokes and shit. This is the closer because I want to talk about the Dave Chappelle shit. Once again, I don't think people heard me. Oh, what's up with you? Yeah, DC rip on it. Bro, you know I'm not a fan of Dave Chappelle. I will say that. But I have to be honest. He sucks. No, just like I can objectively step back and analyze things, even though we have like political and ideological differences. It's like And I see a lot of conservatives, they just wake up like, oh, this is the greatest shit ever. Like I was going through some of the comments and people was like, oh, Dave Chappelle is under attack. Let's support him and watch all of his specials. And I'm like, what? And it's like, these are the same people who were mad at Dave Chappelle because he released a stand-up special. And the title of that special was the amount of time the officer had his neck on his knee on George Floyd's neck. So conservatives, and then niggas didn't like the fact he said he gonna kick Candace Owens in the pussy. And conservatives, and then today, it's like he's a superhero because he went after the LGBTQ. And he's under threats of being canceled. It's like y'all foundation is built on sand. Like I'm solid. If somebody's not fucking funny, I don't give a fuck how much they agree with me or what they say. It's like, you not funny. I gotta objectively look at it. But because all you have to do is threaten to cancel somebody and the right is gonna jump all over them like they're a fucking hero. He said some common sense shit that wasn't funny. Gender is a fact. Truth. That's not funny. He's just making a good point. Gender is a fact. But niggas like, it's like, nah, like he's not funny. It felt, Dave Chappelle for the longest, it feels like he's giving speeches and just peppering in jokes, dry jokes, you know, just bedazzling it with But the nigga's not funny at all. I'm literally funnier than Dave Chappelle. Objectively speaking. Like if you seen my clips, if you took a look at my clip, if you didn't know who Dave Chappelle was and you seen his stand up and then or some clips and we had like a versus battle or something without his legendary status and you just two random niggas and you seen his shit and you seen my shit, you'd be like, oh yeah, the nigga with the dreads, he funnier. He just has a machine behind him. So anything he says generates laughter. And then people forget. It's like, he's like super liberal, but he said some common sense shit about the LGBTQ people. And everybody's like, he's a hero. And then they act like they're gonna cancel him, which they always do. And it drives you into that pen of rooting for Dave Chappelle. It's like I study people. Like I study mindsets, mentalities. And it's like I see how people are able to get inside other people's heads. Like the nigga's not funny, but if you feel like he's on your side, you will convince yourself mentally that the nigga's funny. But as soon as he says something about Candace Owens again, he's not funny. You know, I see it's a switch. Go to Dave Chappelle's last stand-up, talking about George Floyd and talking shit about conservatives and talking shit about Candace Owens. Conservatives hated it. Go to this shit he just put out. Conservatives love it. And this happens in conservative circles all the time. This is why I said I've opened the door and walked out of politics. Because the switches are real. And y'all don't even know why y'all doing it. I do. It's like you're programmed. It's a programming. I'm literally funnier than Dave Chappelle. Owen Benjamin is literally funnier than Dave Chappelle. Hell, Mersh from Revenge of the Sis is funnier than Dave Chappelle. Like I haven't once laughed at a Dave Chappelle. I haven't laughed at a Dave Chappelle joke since his fucking sketch show. Like he sucks. He fucking sucks. I hate to tell it to you like that, but he fucking sucks. But shout out to him though. One thing about Dave Chappelle, he from DC. Me, DC. I'm just funnier than him. Earthquake is funnier than him. Aries Spears is funnier than him. Hell, Paul Mooney was funnier than him. People like, he's the GOAT of comedy. Yeah, they've given you a GOAT of comedy. You know, and not to mention he be doing this thing with stolen jokes. But shout out to Dave Chappelle. And the conservative circles that think that's the new barometer for what you judge comedians now. Them dry ass jokes. And I still want to know why you thought busting a nut in the preacher's face was funny. That shit was awkward as fuck. After pushing germ theory and after pushing vaccines, promoting vaccines, he's the GOAT. One person was like, I don't care what he said as long as he pissed off the left. He's my hero. If he can piss off the left, then he's my hero. And it's like that's the mentality they use against you. All they have to, this what got you on board for the agenda. They get you hate certain people, so they'll prop up another set of people or group of people or individual that appears to attack and aggress that group of people, that which you hate. Now you champion these people, and whole time you think the enemy of your enemy is your friend, when really it's fucking not. You just have a lot of fucking enemies. Jeff Dunham is funny. I don't even know who that is. But yeah, that's the only reason certain people think he's funny. And it's no different. It's the same thing they did with Blair White, right? The trans chick that was in, I found out about her from Tom McDonald's video. Tom McDonald had the Blair White in his video and twerking on a cop car. And I'm like, what? And niggas like, oh, I wanna have sex with that. It's a guy that goes around looking like a girl. And conservatives excuse this behavior by saying, oh, well, she pisses off the left. And I'm like, so this is what you judge morality on? Who can piss off the left and who can't? Like, you see, my foundation is solid. I don't just blow away with the wind. I'm not wacky, wavy, inflatable. The same energy I have for something on one day, I'm gonna have that same energy for the same thing on another day, whether it's popular or not. I don't care if that person pisses off people I hate. Hey, I carry the same energy. And when I don't, I feel like a hypocrite and I self-correct myself on my original stance. I'll admit I was wrong, but no, I don't give a fuck if Blair White pisses off the left or not. You should listen to her, BG. She talks common sense. She pisses off the trans community. I'm like, yo, it's a tranny. I don't care if it's pissing off the tranny community or not. That doesn't make her on my side, my friend, joining my walk or my post-apocalyptic zombie survival group. You know, you have to be steadfast. Whatever, if you believe it, you be steadfast in it. And when you do that, it's harder for you to lose. But when you don't do that, all you do is go through talking points. You go from one talking point to the next talking point, and you end up falling for enemies that you think are friends, which for now we'll call grifters, all because they said something about people that you hate. They use who you hate against you. By propping up somebody you should hate even more to talk about people you fucking hate. Well, let's not use the word hate. You know, that's all. It's like a reverse psychological, and you can see it. And I'm looking at the right like y'all a bunch of sheep. Y'all like to point, like it's conservatives that like to point at the left and be like, man. I'm looking at all of you niggas, left, right, center, man. Because y'all change y'all talking points up so quick to fit popularity. Fitting the popular narrative doesn't win battles. Men who are grounded in principles and morals win battles. I have experience in this. Football fan GGU said I ate lead pencils as a kid. Well, that's believable. You're obviously a football fan. And I don't think too highly of football fans right now. Or ever. Faith Farah, I'm off dairy, but I did love grilled cheese. I might do it though. They messed that up too. Oh, shout out to you, Lily Gross. Michael France said, all that matters. Off topic, but can you please tell somebody what the plants in the thumbnails are? That's amaranth. We harvest it for grains. Right now it's seeding. So it's just amaranth seeds falling all over the fucking place. But it fell off. I really don't want it in that area, so now I got it in the fire pit. And that's what's over there burning. Somebody said, how can you speak and read comments? Bro, I was a retarded child. Placed on Ritalin. Fucked up grades and everything. Because shit couldn't hold my attention. But one thing I could always do was read like a motherfucker. The only reason my grades was fucked up because I never went to reading class. I could read like shit. And I do that English shit. That's why I'm an English bender. I know how to make parables. So I'm good at reading. I suck at talking, but I can read like shit. I used to be in the whole, I used to read a whole book in like one day. like a whole 30 chapter book. I used to read thesauruses. That's why I tell people about chasing knowledge. I've read the Kabbalah, the Talmud. I've read the dictionary. I've read all types of books. Shit don't matter. I've read enough books to know that wisdom is applied knowledge. And there's a lot of people that think they know what they know and never do nothing with what they know. And then never get nothing accomplished. Your knowledge doesn't matter. It's what you do with it. Apparently right now, my knowledge, if you want to call it that will not save my life whatsoever. I got a bookcase full of books. It's not going to save my life. But where I'm at right now is doing what I'm doing. I've seen everything else is vanity. And vanity gets you nowhere. Just like how I was talking about in relationships. Could sit up here and pose in front of a bookshelf and be like, this is all what I know. And give you links, articles, facts. That shit doesn't get you nowhere because you're still in the predicament you're in. You got to do something for your fucking self. Everybody's out here too busy waking up everybody else. Meanwhile, they live in a sinking ship. You know, that's why I said when it hit home. When somebody wrote me and was like, yo, my mom wants me to get out if I don't take the vaccine. And then that same person was in the live chat, and you're here. That same person was in the live chat talking about down with Joe Biden and how Joe Biden's a tyrant. I'm like, wait a minute. Bro, bro. But you're not even there. You're not even ready to talk about Biden because your mom, your house is on fucking fire right now. Like you literally live in a dumpster fire and you're talking about another fire all the way down yonder. It's like, yo, get out of the fire you are currently in. And you can't do that. You don't know how to do that. But you want to wake up the world. And this isn't some clean your own room bucko type of shit. This is just common fucking sense. So what you see me doing is cleaning my own room. I need to make food. Somebody asked me about greenhouse. I got greenhouses in the front. This what you see. This is just the backyard. I got shit all over the place. But I'm saying, I do what I do and people do what they can about it. I'm not on no crusade. I'm not a social justice warrior. Like, that's not my problem. And when I realized that, I felt a lot better about life. Like, I remember my first live stream, I was angry. Why aren't people getting it? And then I understood why people aren't getting it. And then I understood what my role was. To deal with reality and get my shit together, which I didn't have together, that I'm steadily working on. Yeah, there's no such thing as, you got your shit together. No, it's always a work in progress, you know? It's always a work in progress. There's always more that needs to be done. That's life. That's purpose. There is no, oh, I got everything I need. No, there's always more that you need to do. And that's what makes life enjoyable. Knowing that there's more. When you finish and done it all, it's like, what do I do now? Is just sit there and die? Nah. Still more I need to learn. I disagree with myself on some things I said last month. I've grown since 2 weeks ago. I've grown since I first started live streaming. For real, to be honest. I debate myself. I look at some of my earlier live streams like, wait a minute, nigga, let's debate. I debate myself. I debate how I go about certain things. Like, y'all see me doing skits. And I had like over 100 characters throughout. Like, I can go into a voice at the drop of a hat and go into a whole nother character. I was like a whole nother person. And that shit comes in handy when I debate myself. Monty, Boss, the African, everybody shows up for it. It's like a round table meeting. Oh, that's a nice skit. And we said we chop it up. You got your mentality got to be right. And that's another reason why I'm pro relationships, because I seen somebody else saying, "Oh, fuck a relationship." I was in the comment section. I seen somebody that was like, "Oh, fuck a female, fuck a relationship." Like that's not where I'm going with it when I talk about women like that. You know, ordering shelves and shit. That's not where I'm going. Bro, I love women. Man was made. Women were made for men. Men are here for women. That's natural. What's not natural is desiring a woman. And not in the way where you just want to fuck and go do something else. You need a partner. That's also what life is about. And it's like I hear what everybody's going through. There's people, oh, I lost my job. Going through things when it's two of you is easier than when it's one of you. Sometimes you may overlook things. Sometimes you not level-headed. Sometimes the woman you're with sees things that you don't see. Like, this is reality and this is what's true. Not chasing truth or shit on TV and headlines. It's like, this is reality. Having a partner makes it, that's why it's like, there's some people going through adversity right now. That's why I said 2 hands are always better than 1 hand. But when all you've done is just fuck over women and all you want to do is just fuck them and then they leave, you're all alone and you really feel like the walls are closing in. Let's say you lose your job. There's no one there to help you. You may have family or something, but intimately wise, there's no one to actually talk to and be like, yo, how are we going to power forward? How are we going to get through this together? You have no husband. You have no wife. You just want to fuck around and then complain as the country burns. It's like you complaining in the very thing that could fix the country, well, according to your standards, is relationships. Committed relationships between men and women. Family units. You don't have to go out there and do social justice warrior shit. Fuck down with Joe Biden. You say fuck Joe Biden by having a strong family. That shit is important. Right now, it's a lot of men who thought they had it figured out. They were making the money, income, and here they go. They get hit with vaccine mandates. Now they're out of a fucking job. Because they stood for what the fuck they believe in. And guess what? There's certain women out there like, I got you. I got your back. And vice versa. That's how you win. But then too, there's a flip side to that coin. That's why I said it depends on what type of man you are and what type of mentality you have. This is why I said you can't just be on my live chat complaining about Jews. Women don't really respect that shit. You're sitting here admitting that. That's why I was telling the other dude the other day. Like you sitting here admitting that scrawny men that are hunched over own your ass. Like, women don't respect that shit, and they may not even know it. But like when you just constantly nothing we can do. Like when they look to you for guidance and leadership, and you're sitting there, the Jew, it doesn't matter. The Jews own everything. Or on the other side, when you black and you the white man, the white man is out to get me. You know, that's a bad look. This is why women feel like they have to be the men in the relationship now. It throws the balance off. I don't give a fuck what happens physically. As long as you spiritually sound, nigga, you'll be okay. And you don't have to have all the answers neither. Don't think that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to, oh, I know everything. All you got to do is be a leader. And leaders don't sit there before war and just be like, yeah, there's no point. We're not going to win. Everybody. Like, subconsciously, women don't respect that shit. I promise you that. Who is like Beast? Who can make war with it? The vax is compromising your immune system and making you depend on boosters to work. I don't give a fuck about the vaccine no more. Niggas gonna take it, people not. I'm over. I know what you saying though, but yeah. Or take some DMSO or detox. But me, everybody on my end, we strong. We're truly progressives and truly super conservative at the same fucking time. We don't bend, we don't fold for no one. And these are the type of conversations you have with either the woman you with or the man you with. Like, what happens when this happens? Well, we have a fucking plan. You can't do that by your fucking self. You can. But 9 times out of 10, the people who's like, I'm not going to take the vaccine, and then took it, 9 times out of 10, they're not married or they're not in a serious relationship. And they folded. Because they're all alone at night. And then it fucks you up because you sit there at night like, fuck. And you constantly die with every breath. I did something that I didn't even fucking believe in. Like, I sold my soul for this shit. You're dying. I sold my soul to sit here and have a job. Now I've got an empty refrigerator, an empty bed, and now I'm just a true bitch ass nigga like Pancake Garage always tells me. You're a true bitch. Yeah, it's like, you know, shit gonna get harder before it gets better. But I guess you got all the answers. If I'm not talking to you, I'm not talking. I know this. I'm single and I'm not full. I'm not talking to you, nigga. I'm talking to the majority. I'm talking to the majority of people out there right now. Exigent News said I have all the answers. I bet you do with a name like Exigent News. You probably have all the butt plugs too, don't you? And feet pics on your web browser history. Big hugs, nigga, big hugs. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. When your foundation is rooted in some solid material, nigga, you not built on sand and you don't just blow away with the wind. You not wavy, wacky, inflatable. Like that Dave Chappelle, getting back to my original point, that Dave Chappelle shit don't impress me. Because when somebody, right now, we are conditioned. Shit has gotten so crazy, we are conditioned to champion people that say common sense shit. And that goes for me included. I'm not saying nothing revolutionary. Niggas be like, yeah, I'm not brave. It's just basic shit. Like, that shit don't even impress me no more. Like, in Dave Chappelle's, like, you gotta be funny, fam, and you failed to be funny. I don't care if I agree with some of your points or not. And I know I'm not the funniest nigga out there. I'm just saying, like, I see how people delusion themselves into thinking somebody's funny, and this is how they delusion themselves into supporting opposition. Like, there's a whole bunch of conservatives right now as we speak rewatching all of Dave's Netflix specials because the mainstream media said that he is under attack from the LGBT community, and they want to show support for him. And I'm like, what? And it's like, oh, how quickly they forget. Just like how a lot of people forgot what happened in 2020. Like, I bookmark and file shit away in my head. And I watched the reaction as Dave Chappelle said, I want to kick Candace Owens in the puss. Fuck that bitch. I don't champion Candace Owens, but I'm looking at the reaction from a select group of people who are now in Dave Chappelle's corner when they were just against him last year. All because of some shit that he said that they agree with. Now everything is A-OK, forgiven, and he's the funniest comedian ever. He's brave. You got Anthony Brian Logan. Oh, shout out to Anthony Brian Logan. Hey, Logan, where you at, nigga? You got Anthony Brian Logan. Comedy should be comedy. It shouldn't be nothing you're afraid to say. If you want to talk about my mama, talk about my mama, my auntie, talk about everybody in my family, you should be able to say it. Oh, you should be able to say that. But when you want to say fuck conservatives like Dave Chappelle did and talk shit about oh, how dare you? Look, you see the double standard. Anthony Brian Logan, I talk shit about you often, bro. You and that fucking finger. You and that, guys, we go wrap it all up, the cool kids on top. I talk shit about you personally, individually. And how you look like E.T. And that nigga E.T. makes me uneasy. How he was in the closet with a kerchief over his head acting like it was a woman. And tang found with the finger touching kids and shit. Yeah, that's you. Found how. I see you and think about if E.T. said we're gonna wrap it on out like the cool can. But we now all of a sudden, because Dave Chappelle did some shit, comedians are allowed to just be extreme. You know, you pay attention to like the double standards that the right says doesn't happen on the right. And then you look at the left and you know that's a dumpster fire. That's why I opened the door and walked the fuck out. This just me pointing out differences too. Don't think this is salt or anything like that. Like people will be like, yo, you salty. But it's just me pointing out differences. You know, making certain points. Somebody said, what? You ain't cooking? Well, shit, I'm cooking amaranth right now as we speak. Yeah, his special was dumpster juice. Just, nigga, Bill Burr is funnier today. People keep saying he's the GOAT. You know, respect for walking away from 50 million and not selling your fucking soul. But then again, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to have morals. This what you put. That's like wanting a hand clap for being a father to your child. Like I watch the kids when you nigga, you're the fuck nigga. That's what you're supposed to do. You know. Like I expect authentic shit from authentic people. This is why I will not throw you a pity party for being fired. You get no pity party from me. That's what you're supposed to do. No soldier on the field slays the enemy. Did you see it? Look what I did. Look. No, all right, and here comes some more. Keep it going. Maybe when the battle is over, nigga, but the war is just beginning. No, nigga, keep that same energy. People want trophies for every fucking thing. People want trophies for doing basic shit. And I don't give you trophies for doing basic shit. Keep that attitude up. Oh, it's a little tomato. It's a little baby tomato. Selim Abraham said, Selim Abraham, come here, bro. You good? You good today? You be saying some off the wall shit. You want some attention? You want a hug? You want a hug? Somebody said, is that a Patriots rake? No, this is a pitchfork. Shit, glad you okay, Cold Springs Queen. I seen you in the hospital. I was like, damn, the fuck happened to you? Then you was making jokes. I was like, she be alright. You tough. You tough. You'll be alright. Somebody, Grocer Bear said amaranth gets cooked. Nah, but I don't want it. We already harvested some amaranth. We got the grains from it. I don't want it. It's getting everywhere. Once it goes to seed, the seeds just it like bedazzled that whole area with like Bitcoin seeds. Now it, no. Oh yeah, the pitchfork. Bro, no lie, your life will change. Get a pitchfork. I promise you. It's one of the best investments you can, nigga, like 40 bucks. I love my pitchfork. I forgot what brand this was, but I have two of these. Like it makes moving wood chips, everything, brush, limbs, that much easier. You see this one missing a fork. Two pitchforks. Fuck 2 Chainz. I'm two pitchforks. And it's supposed to rain today. I'm just out here sky chilling. Yeah, and I added some stuff to it. Ah, that's the good shit on the bottom. Yeah. This basic compost. I do not have fancy animal shit to put in here. I'm not a fucking farmer. That shit just basic. Oh, Watachi running free. What's up with you? Yo, Watachi running free. Still be making videos. Watachi, you can be intense with the suggestions. Somebody said, "Where's the hug?" Come here. Come here, nigga. Asking for hugs and asking for hugs and shit. Nigga, come here, nigga. Nigga, is this good enough for you, nigga? Will it suffice? Will this suffice? Bring. Nigga, listen. Ill, you smell, BG. That's more like nipple zoom in. It's not looking at my nipple. Oh, the economy is collapsing soon as they pass it. Bruh, I survive. You'll live. What you gonna do about it? Survive. Like nobody in the zombie apocalypse, nobody in Walking Dead is like, it's the zombie apocalypse. Niggas survive. That's all you can do. I say BG track grafting tomatoes onto potato plants. Nigga, what hidden knowledge is this? Where are you getting this from? Nigga, who are you? That's some Kabbalistic shit. I've never heard of this sorcery. Say that again. Nigga, say that again. This nigga's giving me sorcerer's information. Who does? I've never seen nobody do that. Who does that? I'ma do it. Nigga, how? Graft like 5 fruit trees on one tree. Somebody, have you ever brought in a big ass paycheck and paid all your bills and realized you only have $96? Yeah, nigga, that's basic. A lot of people live like that. Somebody said I got $7 right now. Oh, shout out to you, Gardner's Pharmacy. A worm dung community valued at over $1 million. Well, that's what's up. Somebody said I saved 17 cents on hot dogs last 4th of July. Yeah, and just, you know, and we'll spend that 17 cents on tops for the containers. Well, shout out to you, greatest ever. Have a good day. An old guy in New England, dude with $7 I can cash. And I'm trying to help you. Yeah, I get that, Gardner's Pharmacy. I get that. I know. You talking to me? I just started a worm compost bin. That sounds like a doable option. I might look into that. I might want to do that. Because I'm getting ready to wrap all of this up back here. And put a lot of shit in the porch and on the front yard. Somebody say I get paid sometimes and then have to find a side hustle to still make rent. Well, like my people used to say, it's a poor rat that only has one hole. All of it, I can't even go over there because my access point gonna glitch out. But oh, that trellis is about to fall. Yeah, I gotta fix that. The trellis. Somebody said, do you feel free in your state? Man, listen, I felt free in Sussex 1 State Prison. in the hole, in solitary confinement. It's your mentality. I'm free as fuck. Right here, right now. I don't give a fuck what. In California. California to Texas. Texas to Oregon. Oregon to Florida. Florida, you should feel the same in Florida as you do in Maryland, as you do in California, bro. That shit is state of mind. But I understand, with the taxes, I get it. What I'm saying is your mentality, bro. Ain't nobody tell you what the fuck. Bro, if you're not gonna do something, you're not gonna do it. Like, yeah, I'm free anywhere I go. I'm good anywhere I go. You got a lot of the problem with people is shame compliance. So you'll have people who stand on something. They put the word out, they put the word down, they stand on it until they see other people doing the opposite. Then they fold. No mandates needed or nothing. Some people's social shame just gets to them so bad that they can't go in a store, that sometimes they'll say, I've seen a guy do this. I've seen this shit happen with my own two eyes. A guy waited in his vehicle at the 7-Eleven to see all who went in there without mask. Clutching his mask from the rear view window. When he seen me go in there, he decided to go in there with no mask. This is my protest. Like, some people, if everybody went in there, he would have went in there with a mask. Some people need other people to lead the fucking way. Some people are such followers to the point that they know something is wrong, but if other people are doing it and they don't want to feel like they're in the minority, so they're going to cave on their position. And then before you know it, it makes it look like everybody, there's no freedom here. Everybody's doing it. And sometimes you got to stand. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. Oh, shout out to you, Freedom Inc. I've seen you in the store. You let people know what it is. But there's a lot of people that's not like that. There's a lot of people who just want to go along to get along for real. They'll sit up there. They'll wear the mask. They'll take the vaccine because they don't want to be in the minority. Those people don't know how to suffer. Those people don't know how to traverse adversity. And to be honest, those are the type of people I don't want in my post-apocalyptic zombie survival group. Because it's that type of mentality that brings down, that sinks ships. Like, sometimes you need to be your own fucking hero. You waiting for everybody else to legislate some shit or to give the approval for some shit. Sometimes you need to step out there and do that shit your fucking self. You be the only, some people scared to be the only person in the store with no mask on. They're scared. I just don't want to get hassled. But they're gonna notice me. You're scared. You're scared. You're a bitch. You're a bitch, aren't you? Don't worry, I'm your life coach. Don't worry, I got you. You gotta face your fears. Like, that's an aspect people aren't talking about. Like, is it free? Like, it's free anywhere. It's just certain people don't want to. Certain people duck adversity. Certain people, they're scared of altercations of any kind. Like, there's certain people, they talk tough online. On the internet, you could talk all that shit. But let's say you gotta go to Wegmans or something. You got that mask on your rear view window just in case. You gotta sit right there, don't you? You too. You got that mask, that's your backup. Fuck a backup, nigga. I don't fall back, I fall forward. Shout out Denzel Washington. Nick, go hard or go home. Literally. Go hard or go home. Literally. It's like I said, certain people, they just want to, they want to go hard when the sun is out. And it's okay to go hard. But soon as the rain comes, and the storm is here. Bro, I'm back to your real. I'm free anywhere. And no one fucks with me. And it's nothing that I try to lord over people. I don't walk in there looking for shit. Looking for something that I'm normal. I'm normal. I'm not even extreme. I'm normal. I see people, hey, what's up? Yes, sir. No, sir. Appreciate that. Nigga, hold the door. Hold it. Appreciate that. I'm normal. I'm not sitting there looking for shit. You know, niggas, leave you alone. If you got that chaotic aura around you, hey, you might have a store manager step to you like, yo, you need a mask in here. Not once throughout this whole thing. But we different. I know how to carry myself. This isn't my first rodeo. And when the bullshit come my way, I'm ready for that shit too. Yeah, I'm white and you're black. We're different. So what you saying? White people are bitches? Static Void, I love you. Come here, bro. Come here. I love you, bro. You the big homie. I fuck with you. But I'm saying it's that type of mentality why whites are bitches now. Like, let's be like I understand with white people. Now let's talk about white people for a minute. Because they have the highest compliance rate out of any fucking body. Like, it was a dude that commented on my video about the Indians. When I was like, Indian food stinks, I was making jokes. It's not hate. He was like, I want you to understand. Did what he said. He said, I want you to understand. You can say this because you're black. I, as a white person, wouldn't dare say this. And I'm like, that's your problem right there. You, as a white person, wouldn't dare say that. Bro, I'm not special because I'm black. Let's get rid of that right now. They don't give a fuck. Black people are tools. They're useful idiots and tools. It's earthbending. We gonna prop up this group, bring them down the next day, prop up this. The same thing with the LGBTQ. No one gives a fuck about them for real. When it's useful, it's useful. When it's not, they get discarded. Same thing with whites. None of you are shit. Black, white, gay, Puerto Rican. None of you are shit. They just give you the illusion of privilege. There is no black privilege. There is no white privilege. There is agenda privilege, and they use certain demographics to drive that shit home. But the minute you tap out and start saying, oh, it's because you're black, I will say that because I'm white. You're a bitch. You're a bitch. And as you say that, I could just imagine the Aryan Circle gang members I was cool with in prison beating the fuck out of you for being a bitch. Somebody said there is privilege. There's no privilege. To you and your world, yeah. But privilege, the idea of that is just a warped perception. Like, a lot of people think celebrities have privilege that you don't have. But they're living in a constant state of hell. Some people think black people have privilege because they can say certain things that white people feel like they can't say. But those people are living in a constant state of hell. And so on for white people. Jewish privilege, white privilege, supremacy. It's all bullshit and doesn't mean nothing in the end. If that shit can change with the flip of a switch from one group to another group, then it's not real. And that's what's happening. This is why Dave Chappelle in the black community that I don't even believe in feels like the LGBTQ community is gaining ground where they aren't. You see it? Do you, like mentally, you open up your head, open up your mind, see it for what it really is. It's bullshit. No one's fucking special. You ain't shit just like I ain't shit. When you sit on that toilet, your shit stink just like my shit stinks. You're not fucking special because you're white. I'm not special because I'm black. The only thing holding you back is you. I've dealt with consequences before. I've been through the adversity. I've struggled and I've triumphed. It's a lot of people out there that don't want to do that. It's a lot of people that are in free speech, but don't want to suffer for it. It's a lot of white people scared of being called racist in a political system that they don't want to be a part of anyway. You can say that, but when I say it, I'm canceled and I'm racist. Well, that system isn't for you. You stopping yourself. I can't say nothing that you can't say. Sharp Voice said, are you denying your BBC privilege? I can't say nothing that you can't say, bro. At the end of the day, the more this bullshit progresses, the illusions fade away, the more you realize we brothers. For real, for real. But then again, you are talking to somebody that doesn't believe in the black community or a white community. Like, I'm not one of those people, oh, the black community. I don't believe in that shit. And I've explained my position on that. The black community does not exist. Racism is fun. Somebody said racism is funny. I love racist jokes. Are they really racist? Especially if the person telling the racist joke doesn't think his race is better than the other race? Like, is it really race? Like, people keep this racism shit alive. And that shit makes a lot of money. It's financially profitable to keep the racism argument alive. It's no fucking race. You just got certain groups of people that want to be left the fuck alone. You got other groups of people. Yo, is my fucking earmuff working? I got an earmuff on the mic and the wind is like blowing. It's like, yo, you good? Wait, calm down, bro. I was making a point. See, now I done opened up a discussion. Now I got people arguing over racism. This is the opposite effect. Come help me out. Here he come. Bail me out. These niggas tripping. Look at it. He perched on top of the. Like, who needs roosters when you had blue jays? Somebody said, who's arguing? I got jokes for days. There's only one race, human race. Yeah, I don't believe in that neither. Like, it's just a lot of shit that I don't believe in. That other people believe in and hold dear. This is why I can sit up there and say I have no sacred cows. Like, I'll literally slaughter anybody or anything or any ideology. That's a part of what being APK is all about. Shit, no holds bars for real. I see through all that bullshit. Somebody said I'm a former bike thief. Well, go tell Owen Benjamin that. I think that nigga's waiting on an apology. You lie. You know you have your sacred cow wife. No? How dare you say cow wife? Fucking rude and insensitive. Right, exactly. You have to step outside the system to see exactly what the system is. You can't see it because you in it. I learned this lesson a long time ago when I got canceled by society. For real. And then looking on the outside, I'm like, damn, them niggas think they free. Everybody's in fucking some sort of bondage. You in debt. Your vices get the best of you. Like some people are in bondage to peer pressure. They want social acceptance. Like it's a lot of people out there, they want social acceptance so bad that they no longer have a firm foundation or any fucking morals. They just do what's accepted, what's socially accepted. Bondage. It's taking a look into my mind what I mean when I say this shit is mental. Somebody said Hillary Clinton started COVID-19. Hillary Clinton ain't start shit. Hillary Clinton at the lower rung of the fucking ladder. Hillary Clinton ain't shit. Don't get me started on fucking Hillary Clinton. China ain't shit. You're looking at the people who perpetuated COVID-19. As it came to us on our cell phones and as we shared videos of people across seas falling the fuck out for what appeared to be no fucking reason other than coronavirus. You looking at the people, they're in the live chat who perpetuated that bullshit. Talking about, ooh, look what's going on, look what's happening. The commenting people commenting on it, keeping that shit alive. The media spreading that shit. Independent journalism allowing the penetration of mainstream media to get into their circles of independence. We did that shit. Until this day, I will tell you that shit does not exist. Except in your mind. They still can't prove it. All they can do is change the definition of what to prove means. And that doesn't satisfy me. I'm super conservative. I'm still at square one. And I will not move from that firm foundation. Anything else is just entertainment. All of these ideologies that sprung from it, all of these theories of where it came, all that shit, that's just entertainment. That's just to confuse you and to keep it going. See that fire? That's what it's doing. It's giving air to the fire that's already been set. Men's imaginations have got the best of them. Now you're in mental bondage to something that doesn't fucking exist. But it's socially acceptable to believe in this shit. The people who don't believe in this shit are outcasts. They're looked at as crazy by people who think it's bad and by people who don't think it's bad. Like there's few people that can tolerate my thoughts on that bullshit. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a nigga selling freedom wood chips. Hurry up and buy. Matado Martinez said black people will save America. No, the fuck they won't. No, they won't. You remember towards the beginning of this stream, the reality of the situation is family, you, and then once you figure that out, you got to define what to save means, because that means different things to different people. Ain't no nigga gonna save America. Ain't no white people gonna save America. America not even gonna save America. Oh shit, black pill alert. I almost finished my gauntlet. There is no saving America. I just added another truth appeal to the gauntlet. I'm finna snap some shit. Ain't no saving America. You don't save America by saving America. You save your community. It starts on a small scale. You got to first save yourself. To the person out there that said his mom has an ultimatum for him to move out or get vaccinated, nigga, you got to save yourself. You better work you better work long hours, get some jobs, nigga, rent a house, rent an apartment, do something, and get the fuck off your mama land. That's how it starts. Ain't no saving America when you can't even save your fucking self from your own family, your own flesh and blood. Once you controlled, out, deleted. You save you, work on your people around you, because that's reality. Not what's on the TV. Not people in New York worried about California. People in Florida worried about Maryland. That shit not real. What's real is what's around you. This is what's real. Even though this is a green screen, this is what's real. My folk and them in that house, that's what's real. That's where my fight begins. That's where it's at. And I'm a leader. Understanding your position, that's real. Shit on TV that shit don't work. Or you just gonna sit there and keep doing it. They're gonna invite you on Fox and Friends. They're gonna invite you on MSNBC. And y'all just gonna keep talking. Meanwhile, the fire rages on. Because no one's doing their fucking part. I'm not worried about the country. I'm not worried about the world. That shit works. And once you work yourself out, the rest works itself out. Somebody said local, local, local. Somebody said TV makes you a potato. It really does. And a lot of y'all social medias is making y'all potatoes because the content y'all constantly consume on a daily basis that fuck your mentality up. It ain't even just TV. You got to get outside. You got to go outside and do real things. Engage with real people. Don't watch nobody. Don't know who he's doing it, and you do it. You talk to people. You go outside. One thing somebody said that made sense. Well, actually, I said it. Was that a lot of people don't like TV. A lot of people can admit that that's the dummy box. A lot of people don't watch mainstream media. But you still allow mainstream media to penetrate your independent circles from the independent journalists that you watch on alternative media. So the message and the despair is still getting to you one way or another. And that fucks with you mentally. That's just like Muhammad Ali. Before a fight, that's what boxers do. They psych out their opponent. And that's half the battle. Getting in your opponent's head. And that's what media does. That's why certain articles in mainstream media, all they do is give you outrage porn. They say stupid shit that they know is stupid, especially on MSNBC, CNN. They say shit like that just to get you. And for nothing else. And then you like, well, I don't watch that. Well, you watch Anthony Brian Logan, Brandon Tatum, your conservative corner, your alternative media, your alt-right supremacy bullshit, whatever the fuck you want to call that. And every fucking thing else, your liberal outlets. Everything. That shit has penetrated everything. There is no escaping it. Even when your TV is off, it's on. Because you look for headlines. You want to look for the next outrage piece. If you're on Twitter, your TV is on. You get them notifications on Twitter. Bing, Pfizer is doing this. You immediately go into a rage. How could they? You scroll through the comment section and that shit fucks you up. Bro, that shit giving a lot of you stomach ulcers right now. And y'all don't even know it. That's why I realized what was happening. I cut that shit out. I cut that shit to a minimum. Go outside. Go hiking. Go cut grass. Go apologize to somebody that you fucked over. Go apologize to somebody. Be like, yo, I was wrong, my nigga. I fucked up. You owe somebody money right now. Pay them back. Go pay them. That's what's real. Go amend broken relationships. You and your baby mom are at war right now. Nigga, go make up. Go make up. You got work to do. All of y'all. That shit don't matter. Somebody said, thank God I don't got a baby mama. Nigga, I hear you. But it's a nigga out there listening to me right now. They got an angry wife. Nigga, go make up, nigga. You eating it. Y'all worry about the wrong shit. Get past that shit. I'm tired of people talking about what they gonna fit. What can they do? That's why I say ain't no saving America. You can't even save your relationship with your kids. But if I don't watch my media, I will not know what's going on. I don't. I get emails about people from people. Did you see this? Did you take a look at this? I cut that shit to a minimum. And besides the shit that Matt Walsh posts that I don't even fucking follow and they still send me notifications for. Fucking Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh, get off Barricade Garage Timeline. You know, ignore shit. Certain shit they do just to incense you. They're like, yeah, look, we got them good that time, didn't we? Well, they're really mad. That's what Lil Nas X does. And then Christians sit up there and talk about it and show videos of it, and it penetrates that circle. Like, you know, nigga, it's dark. It spreads. That's how it spreads. That's why you're not stopping the fire from raging, because you're giving it air. You're giving it airtime. That's why when somebody said I'm distracting you from what? Everybody want to know what's going on in Pakistan. Oh, he didn't do this with the troops. Like, and okay, he didn't. Your kids still hate you. How you gonna help the fucking troops and you can't even help your fucking kids? But we gotta fix America. Nigga, your kids are how that's ever gonna happen. Just common sense. So back to my original point. I'm like, no, I don't, I don't, no, Dave Chappelle isn't funny. And that whole special was garbage. Just saying basic shit. And then when your comedy is built on victimhood, I don't respect it. Everything led back to how black people are oppressed and how they're done wrong. Even the shit with the LGQ community, it was like, yo, how are y'all making progress and black people aren't? And everybody's, ah. And I'm like, another serving of victim for the unconscious masses. All of it was rooted in victimhood. I'm not going to sit here and pity pat the LGBTQ community and be like, oh, and come from a victim perspective. Nah, I'm a conqueror. I'm going to come from a conquering perspective. You're not victims when I talk about you. So I'm not going to satiate your inner victimhood. I'm going to just talk about you. Because at the end of the day, you're no different than me. Your shit stinks. Just like mine does. I'm not here to satiate the white victimhood, black victimhood, Jewish victimhood. No, I'm going to talk shit about you. Space Jews. Niggas thought that shit was funny. That's what I mean by direct comedians and roundabout comedians. Instead of coming out and saying the shit, he went through a whole monologue about, some other shit. I guess my direct approach doesn't work that well. I'm more direct. That's what I was talking about yesterday. Like, I don't like, nah, nigga, say that shit. What about the Jewish people? I only sit up there, space Jews. Nah, nigga, I'll talk cash shit about Jewish people and it be funny and they be in the crowd laughing. Easy bake ovens and everything. And I won't have to go to DC to go take a look at the lack of easy bake ovens in that museum and have to make a moist ass apology to do it. Nah, like, you either gonna go hard or you gonna go home. Like, I don't respect that shit. Ain't no victim shit, no. Like, I don't do victims. I'm not a victim. I will not support you being a victim. I don't, nah, nigga, don't come here and can you give me an ibuprofen for my tummy ache? No, nigga, I'ma kick you in your fucking sternum. We don't do victims here. If you fall, you get up. Somebody said, always the victor. You have to be. And if you aren't, that's a problem with you. I'm not talking to you, but I'm just saying. Like, and that's how you look at yourself. Why do you keep saying the same thing? Constitutional carry is freedom. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't think ibuprofen is good for stomachs. But I was just making a point. And that's another thing about Twitter and sites like that. It's like you can sit up there, Pfizer comes out like, yo, well, I think it was Project Veritas came out and was like, yo, they're, fetal cells, that whole thing came up. And everybody's clapping, getting excited. Yes, we finally have something. And then you go there and the liberals on there, they don't give a fuck. One chick was like, yo, so they use it at ibuprofen and Sudafed and Cheetos and graham crackers. They just look for something else to put on something else that has nothing to do with something else, like the seatbelt argument. So when you think you have your gotcha moment, you don't have it. You're left empty-handed every time. This is why I don't pay attention to that shit. And this is why I think people like Project Veritas are still around. It aids the outrage. And nothing happens. And then people use that and be like, look, but Facebook has a whistleblower. How come Project Veritas has all these whistleblowers? Because it doesn't fucking matter. We're not operating within that system. None of that shit matters. That's for you. That's for your side. That's to keep you outraged and getting nothing accomplished. None of that fucking shit matters. Like, I don't take vaccines, none of them. All of them are fucking poison. And then I hear content creators saying, Anthony Brian Logan, again, did you hear YouTube is going to ban people that talk about all vaccines? Nigga, fuck all vaccines. Don't take none of that. That shit poison. I don't do that shit. That's not what we do here. On my end. And I don't give a fuck who say you can't talk about it. See? You see that mentality? That's freedom. That's how you win. And you pay attention how I'm not free from consequences. This shit can stop midstream. Oh well. Nigga, that's the price you pay. That's what you gotta do to get what you want. Then you gotta fucking do it. That's adversity. That's going through something. It's just like my people taught me growing up. No one owes you a damn thing. A lot of y'all act like somebody owes you something. No one gives a fuck. Participating in that system is just going to keep you in an outrage loop. I've caught on to that shit. That's all it's there for. That's it. I also caught on to how they suppress certain people and then prop up other people so that the suppressed people, how come he gets to do it? Outrage porn, just like the school shooter, more outrage porn. So now you got more people in the victimhood. Just how come he could do it? He's black. He shot up a school. And see, and nothing gets accomplished. Nothing. None of that shit matters. All of it, and all of it's vanity. You just want to appear glorious with your talking points. It's not sincere. That's why none of that shit gets under my skin. I don't get that shit. Doesn't matter. And I see that shit. It doesn't fucking matter. The answers don't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. That shit not gonna save you. He's black and he shot up the school, but when a white person does it, you seen it, right? And then when you see white mass shooters, the cops will take them to Burger King and shit, and that gets the other group going. Well, when black people get shot, why are they taking white people to Burger King? Do you see it? This is done on purpose. Privilege has nothing to do with it. It's a game. Hunger Games. Just designed to keep you at each other's tops. Mentally, it keeps you involved. You spend emotional currency, the most valuable kind. And none of that shit matters. I'm the same all the way across the board. I don't give a fuck about that school shoot. Why did they have to put that on TV and televise it? Same thing I asked about the George Floyd trial. Why is that televised? People don't ask these questions. Because it's designed to get you and nothing more. It doesn't mean anything. It's toxic breadcrumbs. Then people pay attention to that and miss the bigger picture. Because you're arguing, well, white people can do this and they go to Burger King. Well, black people can shoot up schools and they get bond. Going in circles, circles, round and round. Cause that's all you do is the merry-go-round. Excuse me. And I'm not the only one that sees this. I got out of that shit a long time ago. Going in circles, circles, round and round. And people are so engaged. They're so polarized by these events. And it doesn't matter. We're chasing an illusion. Chasing that ultimate gotcha moment where you could prove the other side ain't shit. To the other side, and it'll never fucking happen. Do you really think if these people arguing on TV could really make a difference, not in individuals' lives, but in the grand scheme of things, do you really think they would be allowed on TV to argue their talking points? We're the people that have eyes to see and ears to hear. Do you really believe for a second that they don't want you hating each other? And they know in America, maybe not other countries, in America, that racial barrier is the best way to do that. You agitate. Agitate it. It's like a mosquito bite. We need to break that skin. You gotta keep itching. Agitate. Agitation porn. They put out agitation pieces. Not only for views, clicks, likes, and money, but to agitate. Did you see the school shooter? He was black and he has bond. Did you look at the mass shooter? He was white and the cops took him to Burger King and didn't kill him. Look, a white guy with a gun. How come the cops didn't kill him? It's Lucifer. It's Lucifer whispering in your ear. Psst, psst. Did you see it? Look, the cops, they didn't kill him and he had a gun. It's because he's white. Hate white people, nigga. Over here, you fucking cracker. Look, black school shooter. Did you see it? Yeah, he has a bond. Yeah, he's out. It's because he's black. Hate black people. Meanwhile, I'm over here going in circles, circles, round and round. The way you doing me so bad. Who the fuck sing that song? That's a great song put into the context in which I just explained these events. That shit Luciferian at this point. And you sit back laughing at you niggas like fucking retardos. Look at these retarded people. Come here. Whether people know that's what's going on or not, happens all the fucking time. They'll catch a video, a white guy calling his neighbor a fucking, telling him to go back to Africa. Niggas show up, do the fuck out one. They take another video of black people beating up Jewish people. White people show up, do the fuck out. How come would they do it? And are we the real supremacists? None of that shit matters. No one cares. All of this is for agenda purposes. Logic doesn't come into play. Arguing with logic doesn't fucking matter. No one wants to hear it. It won't help anything. Your life is still fucked up. Niggas have an agenda to push, and they use both sides. They have all their bases covered to goad you into the particular pen that they want you into. And I've thought about it. There's a lot of where you think these new anti-vaxxers are here for. The people that, you know, they're new to this shit. I hate to tell you this, but even that is a program response. They need adversity for the agenda. They need the good guy and the bad guy. The bad guy has to be anti-vaxxers. This drums up support from the pro-vaxxers to support their tyranny. So they need you anti-vaxxers. They can spin that. They made you. These new anti-vax, you were created. It wasn't sincere. They use Trump for a lot of this. Like, yo, open up your head and see it. This is why you need a solid foundation. And to stand on it and don't be moved or swayed. They need you anti-vaxxers. Why you think when the shit first came out, they were telling you about the adverse side effects. They weren't trying to hide it like they were doing with other vaccines. I know, I've been following this shit for a while. They gave it to you on mainstream media to drum up support in the circles of the anti-vax crowd. This incensed the pro-vax crowd, and it made them more rah-rah for the fucking vaccine. Now that they have the support needed in this group of people, mandates, and they can get away with it because these people want it. Now they have an excuse. Well, they want it because they manufactured the consent for it using anti-vaxxers. This is why they showed you pictures of people getting the shot having Bell's palsy. Everything that's been going on was designed to happen. They were feeding the pits. I watched them give meat to the pro-vaxxers and give meat to the anti-vax. And then I watch how they pit the two together. You may be stuck in your bubble and don't want to see it like that, but that's what's happening. Like, I'm able to look outside of myself and see shit for what it really is, regardless of what I believe. You not wanting to take this is a program response. For the newer people, they're anti-vax, that's not new. They have school mandate. You have to be mandated. In certain schools, school districts, they mandate vaccines for you to go there. It's not new. And parents have been fighting this. While you were off, I don't know, playing with butt plugs. There's a lot of new people here. Religious exemptions were allowed. There were certain ways you can get around it. Now with this coronavirus shit, they're clamping down on all of that. And they use the anti-vax crowd to do it. Solutions. Leave the system. There's no point in arguing with it. It can't be reasoned with. Who said that? John Connor? And what was that? Judgment Day? Termination Judgment Day? It can't be reasoned with. Who said that? Hold on, I'm on to something. Who said that? He said it's a machine. It can't be reasoned with. You can't talk to it. Who was that? John Connor, right? I mean, you doing what they want you to do. Does that mean go do it? No, I'm just telling you what it is. Like I said, this isn't my first rodeo, but it is for a lot of you. I'm just telling you This is how they advance agendas. They need good guy, bad guy. Good cop, bad cop. Anti-vaxxers, bad cop. It pushes people in this direction. Just pepper in a little, save the children. You really got this crowd going. Now we can go full speed ahead with this shit. It's the same thing with taxes. Like when people talk about not paying taxes and shit, and everybody wants to stop paying tax. Why you think? Why you think I said Keisha will never let that happen? Because, you know, they give tax incentives to certain groups of people. The rest of you, yeah. So when you want to go to war with them, you got to go to war with them. They feed both sides. They be like, shit, who boycott tell you need to pay that shit? I'm not giving up my benefits and my tax breaks and incentives. All these fucking kids. Bro, they need good guys and bad guys. This is why this shit is allowed to go on. This is why I don't care about it. That's how you win. You ignore it. You ignore it. It's a machine. It can't be reasoned with. No one gives a fuck about your gun facts for real. But I can help people. You get a couple individuals, they see the light. The machine will never see the light. It's a fucking machine that is lubricated by people who have a financial interest in keeping the machine going. I just hit the Donald Trump. I don't know why I did that. My vaccines have saved 100 million lives. And people, Trump 2024. You get the picture. It's no different than Dave Chappelle, how conservatives are currently championing Dave Chappelle like he's some type of light bearer of free speech. And he's what comedians should be, and how brave he is for going out there and saying something about the LGBTQ community. How the left, how dare he say gender is a fact? The right, oh, this is my favorite comedian ever. He doesn't give a fuck about you or your cause. You sat up there, he made jokes about taking the vaccine. And not from the perspective with what you hear me making jokes about it. You see, and they get you to champion these people because they say something that you agree with. So now you just jump on board. Same thing with Donald Trump. Said a whole bunch of shit that you agree with. He was a fucking lefty from the jump. But he made you feel good. He pissed off the left, didn't he? Like he pissed off the left. And that's what you care about most. You care about lip service. You don't care about results. You care about people getting their feelings hurt. You don't care about what actually happens. Did he hurt their feelings? People sit up there and say yes. He's our hero. This is how that works. He allegedly hurt some feelings. BG, allegedly. He ain't hurt shit. I hurt feelings when I said Blair White got American Teen Werewolf in Paris hands. Niggas, real conservatives came after me for that. You know, the boy that's dressed like a woman that was twerking in Tom McDonald video. I said that bitch got Paul Bunyan hands. This bitch got shoulders like a lumberjack. This bitch got Lycan, Rise of the Lycans, Underworld hands. And that bitch got a crimson chin jaw. Boy, conservatives came out the woodwork on me. How dare you touch? She's on our side. She goes at she pisses off the LGBTQ community. I'm like, yo, she's a part of that community. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see what's happening and how it's able to happen? Why the fuck am I doing this? Do you see how it's happening, how it's able to happen? I'm past gender is fact. We know that. That shit gets you no brownie points. The shit's not even fucking funny at this point. So yeah, my original point still stands. Dave Chappelle is not fucking funny. Robert Wood said men are gods in today's world. You're right. In the eyes of man, they are. No, today, somebody said I didn't think it was comedy neither. No, I'm going to tell you what comedy today is, whether you agree with me or not. Comedy today is somebody saying what you believe. Some comedy today is somebody reaffirming your confirmation bias. It doesn't matter what you do, how you do it, especially when you go into that political sphere world. That's comedy. Comedy today is somebody going on stage and saying fuck Joe Biden and getting laughs. Comedy today isn't comedy. Comedy today is riddled with agendas. Comedy today is agenda driven. I am not agenda driven. Listen to Dave Chappelle stand up and tell me he doesn't default back to black victimhood. Agenda driven. I don't give a fuck if the left hates it. That won't make me like it. But that's good enough for certain conservative circles. I see shit for what it really is. You're poisoning people, especially black community, with that victim shit covered with jokes. I don't sit up here and talk to black people like they're victims. I don't talk to white people like they're victims. But if you are a bitch, I'm gonna call you a bitch. And that's real. That's reality. Not all of these fake ass communities. There's men, women. End of story. There's men that stand for something and there's men that don't. End of story. There's women that need to go home, and Candace Owens is one of them, mentally. End of story. I'm super conservative. Give a fuck who pissed off the left. He pissed off the left. That should make you like him. Dave Chappelle said, fuck my protest. Dave Chappelle doesn't give a fuck about vaccine mandates, and Ryan Long doesn't need it the way that nigga cake for doing shows that require his audience to get vaccinated. Boys do what they want, men do what they have to. And doing what you have to do isn't always comfortable. No, it's a lot of people I lost respect for. And my loyalty is everything. I'm not one of these people like, I'm loyal. Okay, no, nigga. If I'm there, I'm there. No fucking political party deserves my type of loyalty. Because I'm a ride or die. That goes to my people, my family, my community. It's people out here loyal to bullshit. Because your loyalty is watered down. This is why people on the left see how crazy the left is. They go join the right and proceed to do the same crazy shit on the right that was happening on the left. This is why people leave California leftists and then and then continue doing the same shit that made it like it was. You lack sincerity. Your loyalty means nothing. Your word is bond, and your bond ain't shit. No loyalty to your ideologies and worldly principles. My word is bond for real. It's another reason why I'm ABK politically. EBK, whatever you want to call it. Some of y'all, sometimes your allegiance can get you fucked up. Somebody said you reaffirm my confirmation bias every time you talk. And that's because I'm not sitting here trying to fix my talking points to fit the views of my viewers. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to make you happy. I'm not tap dancing for you. Nigga, stop tap. I'm not tap dancing for shit. I say what the fuck I mean. It'll be popular for me to do a review. Do a review on a Tom McDonald song or a Dave Chappelle, special. And just suck their dick constantly. Just be like, yeah, it was the best ever. Yeah. So I get some views. Because I know a lot of y'all like that shit. There's a lot of people in here right now, they like Jordan Peterson. I'm not a fan of that nigga. There's a lot of people in here, right, because Jordan Peterson pushes vaccines. But they cool. They don't come in here trying to put artificial values on me and making, as long as you understand, I will not bend to your will. I have a foundation. And if it's not sincere, I will not change. So a lot of people in here right now watch Brandon Tatum. I lost all respect for that nigga when he talked like he a Christian, sat up there and reviewed that Tom McDonald song where he had the tranny twerking on the car with the middle finger up and sat there and was like, ooh, that one look good. Lost all respect for that nigga. And you was selling masks in your store. Like, I lose respect, bro. And I'm not scared to say it. Like, people don't stand for what they say they stand for. But then you want to act like the LGBTQ community is such a threat. Could you believe a week later, could you believe what the LGBTQ is doing? Nigga, last week you was just playing their videos and supporting that shit. I pay attention. I don't forget. Just like I'm not forgetting that Dave Chappelle sat up there and said, fuck my protest. It's a whole lot. That's why I don't respect Ryan Long, the nigga that make them sketches, the Canadian. Because he said, fuck my protest. I can't respect you after that. Once you know better, but you don't do better, and you want to do comedy clubs that make people, your audience that majority against vaccine mandates, get vaccinated, I don't respect you. My protest is my everyday life. Is Ryan Long going to be on the show? What show? Whose show, Ryan? This show? This ain't even a show. I don't know what the fuck this is. Somebody called it a podcast. I was like, I don't know what the fuck. Top Feet Coco said this is a live LARP. What the fuck is LARP? Yo, explain LARP. Cause I'm not with the times on that. I don't. What the fuck does LARP mean? I've seen this elsewhere. What is that? What does LARP mean? Somebody fill me in. Live action role play? All right, now explain it in the using the context clues in which that last person that wrote that message meant it. It's not good enough to know what it means. I need to know how it was meant. Explain. People pretending to be something they're not. Oh, he thinks I'm playing a role. What? Nick, you should have just said that from the jump. Why didn't you just say that? Why would you say this is a LARP? Who talks like that? I'm Cat. I understand that. I'm Cat BG. I understand that lingo. Damn, you could have just said that. You should BG, you playing a role. You're not who you say you are. You should have just said that, nigga. Now I gotta go through all this shit to figure out what the fuck you're talking about. Nigga, say what you say and mean what let you yay be yay and you know be no. The fuck people doing all this backdoor shit? Nigga, say that shit. Be like, BG, you fake as fuck, nigga, and roll out. Nigga, I can respect shit like that. Like, damn, who the fuck? I've never heard no one in real life say that. Who are you? Where are you niggas getting this vocab? Who? All right, now that that's out the way, I can deal with what you said. Shout out to you. I respect your opinion. I really do. Nigga, but that LARP, that shit gay. What is a LARP? He's LARPing. Nigga, like, nigga, you fucking internet person. Like, there's people on the internet and then there's internet people. You know the difference. Like, damn. LARPing. Who the fuck? Is this new shit? Like, somebody yeet. Somebody said yeet. And I was like, throw with extreme velocity, nigga? They was like, no, you're wrong. That's not what it means. I was like, who knows what that means? Why? Why do you know what that means, but you do not know how to build a deck? I don't understand it. Nigga can break down internet descriptions and what truth or pills mean, and you don't know how to build shit. You don't know the difference between a throttle body and a carburetor. Like, I don't, like, nah, y'all no. Nah, I don't respect that. Some nigga say, oh, I LARP. Barrick and BG's LARPing. Like one of the only internet words I took from internet people was toxic. I never heard no one say that in life, but I thought that shit was funny. So now I'd be like, yo, it's toxic, toxic masculinity. I'd be like, yo, your toxic thoughts. Sometimes I say that shit. It's funny, but this other shit is just gay. Like, nah, lay a foundation, nigga. Just don't sitting up here, LARP. Where you go? Come here, nigga. Come here, nigga. We gonna hug it out, bro. Come back. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand that. But you think I'm LARPing though? That's cool. Just say that. Just be like, yo, you fake. Like we used to say, fake. Cringe. I like that word too. It's extreme. Cringe is an extreme word. I like that. I like be like, yo, you cringe. Like people say that. I really don't use it in everyday speech. Niggas online, I'll be like, you cringe. It's funny. Like back in the day, white girls would be like, it's bitching. This chicken is bitching. You're so bitching. They'd be like, what the fuck that mean? You're like, it's cool. Like, I understand different lingo, but damn, some shit is just not appropriate. There's a time and a place for everything. Karen is an internet thing. I've never heard nobody say that in real life. Like, I mean, they just be like, Karen. Maybe now they do, but niggas just like, Karen. Like the nigga that was out there bird watching. I was watching birds, and this Karen walked up to me and called the police. I'm like, did you really say Karen? And were you really watching birds? I hate I hate microaggression. I hate all that shit. Don't get on here and do that. Cause I'ma kick you. Fucking do that. So Butterfly said you be a Karen about LARPing. Well, oh, hey, I'll accept that. I'll accept that. You know. Now I've seen somebody said I haven't heard. I seen it, but when I say I ain't know what the fuck it was, like I've seen it. Like in another nigga comment, it's just like he's LARPing. He's a LARPer, and I was like, why are you calling? You know, why are you saying LARP? MAGA man said, "This is rad. This is not rad." Liz C said, "Hold on, I'm getting my dictionary." I don't think that's gonna be in the dictionary. Is this? Somebody said tubular. Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about the type of bumper you need for a rock crawling vehicle, why else would you say tubular? That's just gay. What do you mean? Tubular is an acronym? Gnarly? Surfing lingo? Oh yeah, I know what gnarly is, you know. No, y'all saying cool shit like gnarly, cowabunga, akuna matata. Like, no, that's normal shit. I'm talking about this new shit. We said gay same time. Because everything is gay now. Like, I've accepted it. This is why I'm out here with 2 pitchforks. Tubular is from surfing, when you surf in a collapsing wave. Oh, see, I learned something. I didn't know that. Like, we have tubular bump, like 2 bumpers. Okay. Okay, you know, gnarly. Fucking gnarly. Somebody said that missing spoke on my pitchfork is the Anthony Brian Logan finger. Anthony Brian Logan out there talking about today. I got a good one for y'all. Y'all can wrap it on. We got a great show. Wrap it on up. Dave Chappelle getting canceled. Hold on, let me take my finger off because you know it's brown. It resembles an elongated Vienna sausage. Let me wrap it on up today. We got a good show for y'all. And guess what? Dave Chappelle, leave Dave Chappelle alone because it was funny. Even though what he did, the stand-up special talking about kicking Candace Owens in the pussy, it wasn't funny. And today he just did a funny stand-up that incensed the left and got the left going. So I have to be in his corner by default because he made the left mad. And now I'm gonna show you what he said. I'm gonna wrap it all up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, I'm gonna let my finger do the talking. Let's roll it. Let's roll it. This nigga, roll it, let's roll it. Hey guys, I'm Anthony Brian Logan's finger, and today I'm gonna cover the story. Matt Walsh, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna cover the story today before I go on Fox and Friends. All right, guys, you heard the story in the day. So what are your thoughts on that? Leave a comment in the comment section below. And as always, peace out. Din, 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 din. I be sitting there watching it like, yo, your finger, nigga. Like, yo, you know you got a runaway finger. Be like, ABM, you got a runaway finger, nigga. You need to control that. I know you ain't talking about fixing no country. You can't even, your finger can't, you can't even fix your finger to your fucking hand. Your finger, your finger lead the way on every story, nigga. Just oh, shout out to ABL. I didn't mean to go on him, but I'm saying, like, Dave Chappelle, he could talk about whoever he want. And real comedy is comedy to talk about my mama, my father, my auntie, my uncle. You should be able to say, oh, but when I say something, it's, when I say shit, it's not cool. You're not cool, man. You can say every now all of a sudden freedom of speech when he said something that offends the left. But when when he was talking that shit about conservatives and Candace Owens and them, how you have freedom of speech to criticize anybody on our side, but when you criticize someone on the other side, we will have your back. Somebody said he got that dookie finger. He got that pull my finger. When your uncle go to the club, pull my finger. That shit always in the fucking car. That shit like, nigga, I get the spotlight. Somebody said, did you finish your lawn work? Bro, I got one more cut before I'm done. I love my lawn. I don't want to put the lawnmower up. It doesn't ever go up, but I don't ever want to like not cut grass. So like when it's snow, I love the snow. I love winter. That's my favorite time of the year. But it's like I can't use my fucking lawnmower. But I can get a snowblower attachment for the front of the tractor. So I'm still using it. Just get a little snowblower attachment. Somebody said ABL's finger touches Ben Shapiro's small hand. Shapiro Bone don't play that. He's sitting there talking to Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh, I'm gonna be honest with you, Matt Walsh. I honestly don't know who you are, and I don't know why you're here. Did you hire Candace Owens? Why the fuck is Candace Owens working for Dennis Prager and Daily Wire? We have to figure this out. This nigga ABL coming with that finger touching his small head. So we have to figure this out, and we have to. Who did that? Fucking Anthony Brian Logan. Next time you touch my fucking head, you're dead. You're fucking dead. Never touch the fucking small hat. I know my hat is extremely small and tiny, and I know you want to take your long black finger and touch my fucking hat. Don't fucking do it. Matt Walsh, get over here. Get over here, Matt Walsh. Everybody that works at the Daily Wire, come here. This nigger invaded my privacy. Get him, Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh. Well, what the fuck did I hire you for, Matt Walsh? Honestly, this is a problem, folks. I have no one on my corner that actually fight for me. My wife's busy being a doctor, So she's away busy being a doctor, and nobody else here at the Daily Wire will actually fight my battles for me. I just pay you to do what, Matt Walsh? All you do is read headlines, Matt Walsh. You can go work for Tim Pool. You're fired. Where the fuck is Candace Owens? She can fight my battles. Hold on. We're going to end it like this. Fucking mosquito bit the webbed part between my thumb and pointer finger. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Fuck. Somebody said, are you about to get some rain? Yeah. Well, supposedly. Fucking sun is out, but, you know. It's possible.